Even during a pandemic, Utah's technology sector continues to thrive, and women are at the forefront. Cydni Tetro of Women's Tech Council is joining us on the show now to tell us about their big virtual event coming up October 28th. Usually you and I are not doing this virtually.
That's right.
We're in front of everybody, but it's
right.
had to change in the last couple months.
That's right. I will say I think that's one of the really amazing things of the pandemic is it forces you to be more creative and find ways to engage. And so this year, right, this is our 13th year, and we're doing this mix between live and virtual. Our tech companies are hosting virtual watch parties, which is a great way to really reach further into the audience because women are such a critical component of the economy and of growth and of also helping us navigate through the pandemic.
Speaking of creativity, what have you noticed over the last 6-7 months when it comes to our state's tech sector? How have they evolved?
So one of my favorite things that has happened is how everyone has come together. When the pandemic started, we actually started meeting weekly with our advisory board, which is about 70 leaders of tech companies. And the amount of information and knowledge that we shared to help us power through, figure out what to adapt, how to be more resilient, it's amazing when you were in those meetings. And all of us learned to be better. All of us kind of went on this journey together. And I think that's really powerful in the community itself.
I swear if you go to this, if you're part of this virtual event, I didn't know until I became a part of this 4 years ago and Sid started coming on the show and we became good friends. The women in our state are absolutely incredible.
That's right.
I mean, and would you say we're doing well as a state, getting women in those tech positions and getting young girls to aspire to those positions?
We have plenty of work to do, right? We still only have like 23.5% of our tech sector are women and more than 45% of our workforce here in Utah. So we have a lot of work to do. But to your point about our women are amazing, they are amazing. When you hear their stories about not just their education stories, but their life stories, and then the impact that they're having, you realize how critical it is to recognize them.
Who are we looking at as you're talking?
Yeah, so what you're watching here there are 23 Women Tech Award finalists this year. And they are entrepreneurs, they're leaders of companies, they're innovators. They come from all different types of tech companies and all different backgrounds and all different stories. And you get this opportunity to recognize them. And one of the outcomes that happens from the awards is this acceleration for visibility for them and visibility for women in tech. And then these women are such amazing role models and they inspire this whole other generation. And now we're seeing more young women into STEM programs because of recognition of women like this.
I always think, how do you choose? How do you actually choose one of them? They are every single one of them inspiring. But the winner gets this little guy.
That's right. We commissioned this from a local artist because we felt like it was super important to have something that really recognizes it. It's actually called Defying Gravity, with all of that purpose that that's what these women do. They defy gravity and they make a difference and they make an impact and they change all of our lives because they're so good.
It reminds me of the song in Wicked, one of my favorite moments, right, in the Broadway musical Wicked. All right, so how can people be part of this virtual event?
So what we'd love everyone to do is host virtual watch parties. If you go to womentechcouncil.com, all of the information is there and you can find out how to host your own virtual watch party. We're even sending watch party boxes.
Oh, really?
Which include things like Zoom backgrounds because you need those to have a virtual watch party.
You really do.
And all sorts of other fun things like that.
Get your sweats on the bottom and your business on the top, and you start watching this, everyone, coming up October 28th. I'm lucky enough to be part of it. Again, it's the live and virtual celebration of women in our state in tech. Go to womentechcouncil.com for more information. Sid, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
All right, up next, everybody, we're headed to the kitchen for a delicious keto recipe. Regs?
I cannot